Hello, good evening, and welcome to Questers of Yalpelor. Yalpelor!
Good evening. Welcome indeed to Questers of Yalpelor. Questers of Yalpelor is a weekly online improvised adventure game comedy show. My name is Itamar, I'm your host and game master, and I've gathered 4 hilarious improvisers and actors from around the world to travel through the lands of Yalpelor with me. We have Matt playing Grubble Bumblin Esquire, a quarterling bubblemancer desperately seeking to reclaim his family fortune. We have Jada playing Triss, a nebulous summoning who has only recently gained sentience, now gleefully exploring life in Yalpelor with her new friends. We have Talia playing Aklis Darkmoor, a traveling death knight with an ancestral sword and lots of family history. And we have Trent playing Dirt Hotbelly. His father is an angel, his mother is a volcano, and he's 100% half rock body.
I don't know which way to.
You have to keep saying how desperate Grubble is every time.
Well, until we change the text, I guess. I don't know. Maybe
Until Grubble is no longer desperate.
So
Yeah.
desperate.
So
And,
not.
and then,
You
you
should-
say he is satisfied.
I'll put a new one involving my bendy bones. I can write that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you can always submit new text. I'll change what I read.
All the bouncing, it'll just be about a bouncy grubble. For better or worse.
Cool. So
Bouncingly seeking.
these are our 4 characters who constantly are constantly changing, but keep being described by the same line every episode. Maybe that'll change soon. The 4 players who play these heroes are not just going to play their characters, they're going to also improvise some details in the game. So they can invent new characters, segue into unexpected scenes, add some details to the world around them, and do all other manner of stuff that's going to make the game more chaotic and unexpected for me, which is part of the fun. The game system we're using is Macchiato Monsters. It's an old school game in the style of Dungeons & Dragons. Character portraits are by Shani Grimm. Music is by tabletopaudio.com. Links to their stuff is down in the description. And now it is time for a word from our sponsor.
That's right, everyone. Today's show is brought to you by Secret Codes. Secret Codes. If you know, you know.
Thank you. That was enlightening. Thank you very much, Trent. At the
He doesn't know.
Actually, we do have an update for our characters. It's not their. It's not nothing that is made out of words. Actually, it's made out of 1,000 words, which is 2 images, 2 pictures. We are now blessed with having character art for 2 more of our characters. We've shown you Dirt last week. Beautiful art made by Furburn, and now we have Grubble and Triss, who have been also rendered in a pretty great way, I think, if you ask me. How do I show it though? I just now downloaded them. Oh man, it's gonna take me a little like a minute to bring it up on screen.
I can do like a fast hack. Hang on.
A hack of what sort of hack?
Nope, not worth it.
Sort of
Can't
hack.
say anything. Never mind. That's not a good option.
No, I was thinking about it. Could I show it on a phone? The answer is one should not. No, because they are too good. So maybe we'll end the show by showing you some of the incredible art.
to see
of the precious Furburn.
No, I actually think I just got it. Let's do it like this. Yeah, there it is. There's Grubble. Grubble is now on screen. You can all watch the beautiful art. And now let's add Triss as well. And there's Triss. Ooh, that's
Whoa!
quite a
I'm
bit
taking
bigger.
over
Oh shit,
everything.
that's huge.
Chris at actual size.
Yes. This let's reduce the size a little bit again. Okay, cool. So these are Grubble and Triss. This is awesome. This is such an awesome rendition of these 2 characters.
I love them so much.
And have a little comparison side by side of Grubble and Triss to their original imaginings by Shanique. Now we have 2 perspectives, 2 different ways, both of them based on the same descriptions, or not exactly the same, but similar descriptions of the same characters. So maybe in the future we'll have even more more takes, more cool takes.
Pull
of
up
artists.
Dirt again. I want to see Dirt.
Dirt,
And,
sure.
and again, this is our not so subtle way of saying, give us your art.
And also our way of saying thank you, Herbert.
Thank you so much for a bird. It is cool.
Indeed.
Tris learning new things is like
And
gonna forever be my love for
and
this.
Ferber also it will happily do this for your characters in your campaigns or your pets. He's also very good at pets. He made art of my dad's pet Chihuahua after it died, and it made my dad's partner break down in tears.
Oh.
His stuff
Who
is
wouldn't want
incredible,
that?
and I highly recommend it. Look at Dirt taking over Greville.
I don't mind. I love that picture of Dirt so much.
Yeah.
It's so Dirt.
It is. I think Ferber captured an essence, a really good essence of the characters here, and I personally love all these. Cool.
And I appreciate how little strategic moss Dirt has left.
Right, that's true. It
Well,
does
it
show
is very
the
hot.
the vegetation frow, the forest
The-
on Dirt's head.
The entire show is a very gradual striptease.
All right. So let's remove all these now. Let's put them away, hide them a little bit from view, and we're now going to be able to continue with the game, or start today's session rather. Cool. So what we had last week is our characters winding down from the long adventure on the way to the life tree, on the way to retrieving the life seed that was growing on it. They got the seed, and then last week they were just walking back the way they came. Dirt very helpfully created a path with a powerful magic spell learned quite recently that allowed you to carry your horse and wagon through the terrain, even though it was originally a very, very thick jungle. So just have a narrow path, just wide enough for the wagon to go through. And you've been on it for a while. I think we've stopped at night, which makes me want to ask you, is there anything else you want to do before you get up and keep walking? There were some talk about maybe more conversation that you wanted to have. Just wanted to make sure if there's something else you wanted to do or not. Seems like there isn't. Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Tris has one thing, but Tris is gonna have to wait until everyone falls asleep before they can do it.
So I'm talking about anything throughout the night, because I'm ready. If nothing else happens, I'm ready to just propel everything to the morning, and you getting up and keeping the.
So I think once when we last left off, Dirt had Dirt had brought his friends to meet Magmami, and I think once everyone returns and everyone's kind of settled down, Dirt's probably gonna actually go find a little patch of like rock and sit down and actually try and just commune on his own and have a little check-in with Magmama.
Cool. So there's at least a little while where Dirt is away, and Atlas, Grubble, and Wilk are already asleep. Tris, what do you do while Grubble is away and everyone is still asleep?
So Tris promised that they would never take out the life seed until both Dirt and Atlas and Grubble were there. But Tris feels bad. It's not an uh-oh. Tris feels bad that they never tried to talk to the seed the way that they talked to the other seed.
Mm-hmm.
So Tris is going to pull out both seeds, sort of to put them side by side, to see if the life seed wants to be planted somewhere different. Because that's what we said, is that we were going to take the preserved life seed to plant it in the flat area, and that was the next thing that we were going to do, and that we might also put the life seed there as well. And so Tris wants to commune as much as Tris can, so to empathically understand what the life seed would like, and maybe also to let them know that it's okay, that it's scary maybe, but that they'll be protected, that Tris will make sure that the seed is okay.
All right. So yeah, you can definitely do that. You do have to take the seed out. in order to
Yes.
do that. Yeah. Okay.
And Triss can, because it's Triss's body.
Yeah, of course.
So Triss reaches in and pulls out both seeds. The preserved seed in the jar and the life seed.
All right, cool. So we'll get back to you in a second. Let's focus on Dirt and have...
Thank you. About time.
And have a little commune time with Mag Mommy. Let's see if there's anything here I can... If you can keep doing that throughout the conversation while speaking, that would be great background music.
Of course I can.
Yeah, so just keep doing that
Be
forever.
right back. I'm very sorry.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think we're ready to see you speaking to Mag Mommy, and when this happens, you're just sitting down, cross-legged on the ground. Anything special anyone can see about you when this this communing happens?
What do you mean?
If somebody was looking at you while you were communing in the regular physical world, would they see anything special happen with you?
No. Dirt's just looking awesome, stoic, almost statuesque, one might say.
Okay, cool.
But Trent, are Guy and Gus like asleep, or are they also like enjoying the didgeridoo music?
Good question. I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't know how this is even possible, but I feel even more relaxed, man.
Dude, just like be the noise.
Oh, I love that part. Oh, man. It's brilliant.
Too much.
Okay. And somewhere else, completely different from where Gus and Guy are enjoying the music, Dirt, without bringing anyone else along, when you're actually communing, nobody else can join you to meet Mag Mommy. So it's just you, as you've always remembered yourself, rock body, without any of the moss, any of the fungus, any of the forest growing on your shoulders and your head right now. Or in front of
So
Mag
rock
Mommy,
naked.
as always. It's she's her in her full splendor. You can see her as always, as if you were floating a little bit, like at about the height of the peak, and looking eye to eye towards Mag Mommy. And there's a little bit of a bubbling, you notice. So underneath, there's a little bit of pressure that's been building, and she seems to be steaming and smoking a little bit from the top when she turns to you. Yeah, go ahead. What do you say?
Hello, Mother. Sorry about that. Just kind of dropping in earlier. I kind of... Anyway, I was just missing you a little bit, and I thought maybe it's time for Dirt to check in on his mommy, just because I just want to make sure that you're still loving me. So hello.
Hello, Dirt. Oh, of course. I was used to not hearing from you for 500 years at a time. Now suddenly I get all these visits and communes. It's great.
Well, it's just sometimes I like to talk to my mama because I love you very much, and I'm starting to realize that, family is what you make of it. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Anyways, it's cool. It's. Are you good? You look good.
Let me tell you what family is. Family is like roots. It's like roots of a mountain. It is what you stand on, Dirt.
Wait, do mountains have roots? I thought that like the trees and like the plants have roots, but do mountains have roots?
Oh, the roots of the trees are only an imitation, very weak imitation. You can break a root and cut a tree very easily, but a mountain, the roots of a mountain, they go down underground, very, very deep.
So like a shaft, but like filled with stuff?
Yes, this is actually a good description.
A vein. That's the thing I was trying to think of.
Yes.
A vein.
It is a vein, and we are connected to Earth, and all the magma goes to us like blood through veins.
Maybe, okay, so here's the thing, right, is that I don't really know very much about the way that the magic that I do. I don't really understand all of it. I just I've been doing it, but you're very, very good at your magma, spouting, and they say learn from the best when you can and ditch the rest. So it's I was wondering, like, maybe you could, teach me some stuff so that I don't just go, shooting my load all over everything.
Durt. No need for all of that. You can just ask for advice whenever you want.
But that's what I'm saying, is maybe you could give me some advice, because sometimes it comes out, like prematurely, like when I'm not ready for it to come, and I want to just be able to control it, maybe just so that it stays in the same place. I want to get some staying power,
Oh, yes, I understand. Of course, this is exactly the kind of thing to ask your mother. I would gladly help you have some maybe some concentration exercises, and maybe some meditation and mantras to repeat, and things to think of to hold in your head. But just tell me, please, did you talk about magic? You do magic?
Yes.
Durt. It is not magic.
What do you mean? I thought that I was like casting spells and stuff, Like I do a couple of different things. It's just different things with the lava, I do like the spitting, and I can like mold the things. I guess maybe that's not magic. Maybe that's just a trait of like being a rock body.
Durt.
What?
It is deeper than magic. Just like the roots of the mountain is deeper than the roots of the trees. You have an inner power, and you let that power out. This is what you do.
But sometimes the inner power, like, I don't really understand it, and right now it feels more like an inner weakness.
Yes, I understand.
How do I regenerate? Sometimes it's like there's I need to wait like a period of time before I can, go again. And right now it's kind of like I'm in that waiting period, and I'd like to be able to just kind of go as much as I want whenever I want to, and not have to wait so much in between.
Yes, I understand completely. You feel tired. Maybe you want to take a little nap.
It's true. As soon as I'm done, I just want to curl to my side and cuddle a little bit, but there's not really anybody here that I want to cuddle with.
I understand. So, first of all, Durt, no shame with finding someone to cuddle with when you need a little nap, but, mountains take a long time before a volcano takes a long time before it erupts. A lot of pressure builds up. So you need
not
some.
For me. That's not me. I'm quick to explode usually.
Well, so I guess what I am saying is you need to bide your time, find the right time to let it all out.
So, but how do I do that? Because I don't know. This is what I'm coming to you for, Mama, is some help to make me a better lava. They call me Mr. Lava.
He wants to be a magnificent.
Durt, I told you last time we spoke that you need to maybe find a way to direct your anger at the right targets.
But I'm not really that angry anymore.
Durt, let me talk. But now I see you. I feel you are different. You are different than how you were last time we spoke. You seem somehow there is something a little cooler about you. What is that thing? Explain to me.
There's a couple of different things. First of all, I do magic. I know that it's not maybe the lava's maybe not magic, but I also do magic things now. Like I can talk to the plants, and I can make like paths through the woods, and I can make things grow, and I have these I know you can't see it now, but like I'm kind of growing like a tiny ecosystem around myself and things. It's pretty cool. I do different things too. Different magical things sometimes.
Well, Durt, I told you, just like we were just talking about this in the conversation earlier, there was also some life on me, some things growing and people walking around and even worshipping me for a while.
Yeah.
But when eruptions happen, all this thing goes away.
So I should not erupt
Well,
at all.
maybe you should be very focused and decide exactly what you want to do in order to create a healthy ecosystem.
What
I
if
guess
I'm
what I am
completely
saying,
alone?
what I am
What
saying,
if there's
Durt,
nobody else around me? Can I erupt then if I'm just alone by myself?
can what happen if you are alone?
Can I erupt if I'm just alone and then there's nobody nearby?
Uh,
Nobody's watching.
Yes, you want to be a lonely mountain out in a wasteland, of course. You can then erupt as often as you want. But do you want to be that?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, no erupting at all? That seems like not a great life.
No. After a volcano erupts, Dort, this is going to be my tip for you, for my lesson for you for today. After a volcano erupts, what happened?
Well, at which point? Like, after it's done erupting or after, like, the very beginning of the eruption?
After the eruption is over.
Everything is covered in lava and it takes some time for it to cool down and then it gets hard and then, eventually it kills the things that it touches, but then new things slowly start to grow. And then those new things flourish into big, life planty types of things. And then those things will then probably start to die when the next time that an eruption happens.
Exactly. So this is what you need to think about. This is what you need to become. You now have life on you. You are responsible for that life. You have life around you. You're also responsible for that life. Everything that is dependent on you as its life source. So
But then what is the point of the magma, of the lava?
you can use it to protect what is growing on you. Right?
Okay.
But you can maybe
Yes.
use it to do that.
But how do you not use your lava in any ways? Just like on the day-to-day basis?
Oh, Durt, my eruptions are my business. They happen sometimes. Sometimes there are periods when there are no eruptions for a while, a period of time. But, it is between me and my lava.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Tell me if it's too personal. Do you still erupt?
Well, it has been a very, very long time. But, Durt,
What?
I get to say, maybe your magma is feeling like she can join the volcano game again.
Are you ready for the lava scene?
Think I might be ready to revisit my lava life.
Do you think that maybe one of the reasons that you and Dad stopped working was because you were not erupting enough?
Oh, well, your father left a very big gap. Very
Gross.
yes. He left, and I was not ready for quite a while. Now it is going on 2,000 years. I think it has been enough for me to recuperate, maybe be able to find new lava in my life.
I saw him
When?
not too long ago.
Oh.
I threw my halo and it broke, and then he came to me and he was like, "What the hell?" And I was like, "Fuck you." We got in a big fight because he's a piece of shit, and then I was kind of just like, "Go away," but then he didn't go away. He did, but I haven't talked to him since. But now I don't have my halo. So I don't really know if I care. Whatever, it's fine. I don't care.
Durt, it is your decision. You are an adult, half rock body. Being over 100 years old means you can make these decisions for yourself.
Which decisions?
Whether or not you want to talk to him.
And if I do, does that make me stupid or something?
If you do want to talk to him,
Yes.
well, it makes you curious, and maybe you want to have forgiveness.
Forgiveness
It's my
for what?
cat.
I'm not the one that needs the forgiveness. I didn't do nothing.
I didn't necessarily mean forgiveness from him to you. Maybe the other way around. You want to give forgiveness. Maybe you want to reunite.
I don't know. I'm more used to making things, split and separate and destroying the things than I am of the other way around.
He could also be very destructive sometimes, but he usually was the more peaceful out of the two of us.
Okay, I'll think about it. I think I should get back though now.
All right, Tort. It was very good to see you. Try to drop by more than once every 500 years from now on.
I've come twice today. What more do you want from me?
It was very, very nice. Very nice.
Okay. Alright. Okay, thank you, Mama.
I love you, Durt. I'm very
I
proud
love
of you.
you. I love you too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
You come to noticing that there's a weight on you. Something is curled around your shoulders. We move back to Triss, and I wanna know what it looks like when you bring the seeds out. If again nobody's there awake to watch you do it, maybe Marigold off to the side. But if anyone was looking at you, what would they see?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, I would not be surprised if Triss was under Marigold while doing it, just sort of like enjoying the canopy that is a horse and their four legs. Triss reaches into themselves. And as anyone who's been watching the show knows, Triss holds many things within themselves, sort of a stasis of sorts. So they reach in and they pull out exactly what they want, which is the life seed and the preserved life seed. And they're just sort of cradling them in their smoke. And very, very quietly, you would be hearing, I just wanted you to know that we're going to take really good care of you, and you're not going to be alone, and you're going to get to grow, and we're going to give you a home. And the entire time they're just sort of, I think they're probably projecting like in a way what they've learned. Like they've learned from Atlas, they've learned from Grubble, they've learned from Dirt. So they're and they've learned from reading other people. They're projecting what they know to project, which is care. Just that they want and will protect them, that they care. But they're also, I think, to an extent, trying to just make sure that they understand what the seeds want, because it's very important to Triss that the seeds get what they need.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're using both your empathy ability and your projection ability.
Yes.
So mark one use of each. You feel, you start feeling what they want, and then try to project your own caring outwards to them. It flows around you like an aura, and you can feel also Marigold's like from down below from where you are. Marigold is also kind of partially covered by this, and you can also feel a little bit from her, and project a little bit of your caring outwards. And the first thing you notice, more than Marigold, more than the seed, the preserved seed in the jar, is the living life seed, and it's agitated. It's full of life, and it has no way to. There's no a channel for this life to flow into right now. There's no tree it's connected to, or ground, or anything else. All it wants is to make things alive, all around it. It wants to be not used up, but it wants to stay living, connected to living tissue, and preferably the ground and the entire land around it. You feel like for that seed, it wants something a little bit more than the other. It wants an important place, a place of significance in the world to plant its roots in, to grow into a new tree, and then to be, well, I don't know exactly which word to use. It's not exactly a ruler, because it doesn't want to be like a king or a monarch or anything like that, but it wants to be in
Grand.
charge.
Like it wants to be grand. It wants to be prominent. It wants to be seen.
Yes, it wants to be seen, very important, and it wants also to be in charge of the land around it. So these are the things that it wants. You also, when you project your caring, you notice that there's a lot in the seed that kind of fits that. It's not sinister. The seed wants to take care, to be the guardian of the land around it. And it's just looking for the right place that will welcome it and will be able to carry it as this kind of guardian. While the other seed, the one in the jar, still just wants, now that you compare the two, it's kind of like that one wants a nice place to retire to and just live out its life, which is probably
it's a little preserved. It's a little dehydrated. It just wants space.
Yes, exactly. So that's basically what both of them want. You then get an unexpected flash of insight from Marigold, who again kind of takes after the caring, and it connects to the greatest place of caring inside her. You notice that she wants she cares about and wants to care for Aklis. It's Aklis's image in her mind as someone that she wants to be like to serve and to be a loyal companion to.
Well, that's very sweet.
Me too, Marigold.
Yes.
And Grubble and Dirt. But I get the point. So Triss has seen like Aklis and Dirt and Grubble like stroking marigolds, and the first thing they do is they put the preserved seed back inside. But before they put the life seed back inside themselves, they whisper, we'll find the right place, and I hope you sleep well. And they just sort of stroke it a little bit, and then put it back inside them where it can be in stasis and calm once again. And then Triss sort of will most likely like climb up to just talk very quietly to Marigold about Aklis, before going to where they always go, which is to chill out either at the feet or the mask of Aklis, depending on Aklis's preferences.
What usually happens? I don't know. What's the usual?
Well, so 9 times out of 10, if you were to look, you would just see Triss, just big eyes, just like right next to Aklis's helmet, just waiting, sort of like a horrible toddler, just literally just like.
Okay, with huge
Great.
eyes. Cool.
Yay. So much fun. So cool.
Just getting closer and closer and closer. But on the days where Aklis, before going to bed, specifically says not to do this, then Aklis wakes up with Triss just staring over their boots, like.
Okay, cool.
Or occasionally, like on Marigold, staring at Aklis, like.
Brilliant.
Okay. And then occasionally, like on Dirt, staring at Aklis, like. but very rarely on Grebel because Triss respects Grebel's personal space.
Unlike.
Yes.
Also,
Exactly.
Grabble,
Unspoken
Grabble
words,
as a
correct.
perch, Grabble doesn't give you as wide
Triss
range
too
of
likes a
sight.
little bit of grandeur, so a higher perch is always appreciative. But Triss's new favorite thing is to go bouncing with Grebel. So when there is the opportunity to go bouncing and attempt aerodynamic flight, Grebel is the go-to, without a doubt.
Cool. All right. So, yeah, Dirt, something on your shoulders. It's been resting there for a while. It's wrapped around you.
What is the thing? What does it look like?
It slides. It's smooth and it's scaly. And when it slides on your chest, you see out of the corner of your eye down below purplish, greenish, emerald fin moving across your field of vision. And
What?
then...
Just see it and immediately scream, "Is this the wrist?"
Yeah, I mean, you're a little bit far. You'll get to scream it in a second. Dirt is kind of like in an isolated corner off to the side. But yeah, then his sister's head just slides into your field of vision, and he looks right at you, just from 5 inches away from your face.
What are you doing? Hello! Hey! What are you doing here?
You're awake.
Well, I wasn't really technically asleep.
You were definitely unconscious.
No, I wasn't unconscious. I was just meditating. Haven't you ever meditated before?
What is meditating?
It's when you are like thinking about nothing but talking in your head to other people while you're not thinking.
Oh, I've done this many times.
Yeah,
I'm a
so then
great
you know what it is.
meditator.
I bet you are. So what are you doing here? It's been like a lot. Where did you come from? Have you been following us this whole time?
I found you.
You found me.
Just tonight.
Just now?
Yes.
Pretty crazy.
Well, it's actually kind of fortuitous. I was looking for someone to help me with something, and now you. Right here, so close to my home.
Well, of course, what is it? Anything that you need? You know that, buddy.
Well,
Give me a high five.
I see like Hiss's tail like go over and like very tentatively like just
yes, exactly. His tail
don't
with
have
like
enough
the
hands
little
to play
fin, the tiniest little fin at the edge of the tail, which has 5 ribs on it, kind of like a tiny little 5 like fingers with fin stretched between them, then like tapping on your outstretched hand. So,
Is everyone awake with me?
No,
oh,
Okay,
Grebble's
okay.
asleep. as well.
Grebble's asleep.
Cool.
Would you like maybe to have me explain this to all of you, your group, maybe including the little friendly one as well?
I mean, that seems a little bit ominous the way that you just suggested that. Are you going to do something inappropriate, or is this just like a normal thing that snakes don't have like everyday manners?
I'm sorry, but the idea of Dirt being like, is this going to be appropriate or inappropriate? I find absolutely hilarious.
I'm gonna ask for your help. Is that inappropriate?
No, but just the way that you were talking about Triss, like specifically, like to make sure that like they were there, that just seems a little bit, you know, peculiar. What's the word? What's the word when it's like a little bit like you don't trust it, and it seems a little bit like peculiar, but like in like a negative way. Anyway, that's the way that it seems. Suspicious.
Oh, suspicious. No. In fact, I only have good memories of the little soft bite-sized one.
But why would you say that they are bite-sized? Don't you see what I'm saying? This seems a little bit inappropriate. Just, are you going to do anything? Okay, look, we could do it, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tie you around my waist so that you can't, like, do anything.
I prefer you didn't.
I just start doing it.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't want you to.
Well,
Okay.
make him roll.
No roll necessary. You can just tie him around your waist like a belt.
Considering that his sister is poisonous, that feels like a bad life choice.
Both poisonous and venomous, by the way.
I'm a rock.
Right.
That's right. It's both.
Like, I feel like rocks are immune to poison and venom.
Stop adding things that you're immune to. While you move, Dirt, you also notice that you're markedly warmer, much warmer. Please gain 1d8 back to your Mag Mummy die.
What?
You have some power back to power some spells, thanks to the communion. So yeah, you your lava is like glowing like the good old days, like when you were in EMAG, like when you just met your friends, your questers, all the adventures you were through before EMAG even. Now it's back to being a nice warm orange glow that emanates from the cracks in your body. You walk back to the camp.
Yeah, and I just say, everybody, time to be awake now. Time. Look at the thing that I found. It's the snake, the histories that we were talking to back in the place that we stole all of that stuff from in that little shop.
What on earth are you talking about?
Look, just look.
Oh.
And you just see like Triss just zoom.
Okay, his
Hello.
sisters can't move very far, very well, so you have to go to him. He just lifts the front 10 inches of his body, which is the length that is still free to move. So he looks like a little like a weird tentacle just jutting out of Dirt's belly in the middle of Dirt's stomach. Yeah, well, that's what it looks like. And he looks at you, at all of you, and says, "Oh, it is so nice to see you, Trisisteris." And
His sisters, there's been so much that's happened. We've learned so many things, and I have so many things to tell you. And I can almost sometimes fly like you, because Grubble did that, but maybe you and I can fly again, because it's fun when we fly. How have you been? How's home? Did you get to the jungle okay? Is this your jungle?
It is my home. It doesn't belong to me, but I live in it. And yes.
Yeah. Like the Shim Sham and the other people. And, well, not the Chisisms. This isn't their home. But there's other things that make this a home. And also the mushrooms. Have you met Gus and Guy? That's Gus and Guy.
Yes, I've actually had a couple of minutes to get very intimately acquainted with them while your friend was unconscious.
Dude, not cool. Too cool.
I'm done with the hand puppet bit, by the way. My hand hurts.
Okay. So, how have you all been in this jungle? Have you encountered any difficulty or threat?
Not really.
What
No
are you
danger?
talking? Everything that we've seen has been difficult and threatening.
Right, almost everything, that's right. Not you, thankfully.
No, I would
No,
not
you've been
threaten
very,
you.
very courteous.
You've freed me from imprisonment and let me go after I gave you a little bit of help in the streets of EMAG. As far as I'm concerned, we're old friends.
Well,
Eee!
acquaintances?
Very, very good, close acquaintances, then. So, you, now that you are here, I can tell you what happened. I come from very close to here, a part of the jungle which is a little different, darker, less hospitable to creatures who walk the ground, wetter, more damp. In that part of the jungle, me and other flying, swimming, and crawling things live, as well as one other figure. It is a witch who walks on, who lives in a hut with, I forgot again, what was the name of the rabbit-like creatures?
Rabbits.
Grabbits?
Rabbit.
On grabbit feet. And that witch has been up to something which might pose a danger to us, the animals of the jungle. I would like to ask for your help with fighting her and maybe driving her away from my home.
Oh, I don't believe we're in any hurry. I suppose we can lend a hand?
Wait, but what does she do? What's wrong with her? Is it her home too? Why, when does she get there?
Well,
Good questions, Tris. I'd like to know the answers to all of those too.
I wasn't listening. Can you start again from the beginning?
she's
There's
been...
a witch.
She's been...
Are you like talking down to your belly, Dirt? Like, I wasn't thinking.
So he looks up when he answers you. Like, he looks up and
Navel
back.
gazing.
Yeah.
He's just like clockworking. Like,
Yeah. Oh my god. Dirt is absent-mindedly like swinging the tail while he's talking to.
Try to catch it.
She's been living in that part of the jungle for quite a while, but she was minding her own business. She's older than I am, and I don't know when she arrived. But just today, something happened. Something happened which made her, well,
Which witch?
the witch which I spoke of.
but which witch is which?
Was
There's
it the
two
witch in the
witches.
wet ditch?
I'm confused. I thought there was one witch.
Is there another witch? Which was that witch?
Look, I've met many witches before, so which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the witch or like which witch?
Each
We have
witch has
You've
her
met
own
many
thing.
witches?
She is the witch which lives in the ditch. Each
wet
witch.
witch.
Which
What
is the
did-
ditch?
Is she the rich witch or is she not the rich witch?
Is she the rich witch with the ditch and the hitch, or just the ditch?
Do you
What do we
describe
have to
her
watch
as
for?
a bitch?
Oh,
Is it
That's
which
definitely
sister
true,
is-
yes.
Oh, it's the witch who's a bitch.
It's the
who
witch
lives
in the ditch who's a
with
bitch.
a hitch, but not a sitch. Gotcha.
So, would you be willing to help me, or do you want more details?
Wait, no.
But
you
more
didn't-
information
you
is
didn't say-
always useful.
But you didn't say what she did. You didn't say what happened. You said she'd been there a long time. It's mean to make people leave their homes.
Yes, that is true, and she didn't really mind. She only minded her own business. She didn't really go out of the hut very often. She didn't really do.
Was this witch business that she did?
Yes,
Witch business?
witch business. Yes,
Witch business?
exactly. Yes.
Which business was this witch into?
Witch business.
But what
That's the
which
question,
which
right.
business was what was getting you so unhappy? Which?
Well, a few minutes pass while you're while you're going through the entire "Who's on First sketch, and then he says she would gather some plants and fungus, some soil from the ground, and animal parts from the jungle. We considered her to be a predator like every other animal living in the jungle. But now, just today, something happened which upset this balance between us and her. Something changed. Something changed in this part of the jungle. I came here to investigate. As a result of this change,
Which part of the jungle?
no,
Sorry, I
this
couldn't-
part of the jungle,
I couldn't.
not the witch part of the jungle.
Oh, this part of the
This
jungle.
part of the jungle.
This is
And
not the witch part of the jungle, but which part of the jungle is this?
The Triss part of the jungle.
the non-witch part of the jungle.
Is this?
Is that the thickest part of the jungle, like the thicket? Is the witch in the thickest part of the thicket?
The Hesisterus part.
Actually, this was the thickest part of the jungle because of the tree. Now, the tree is no longer doing its thing. It's not spreading a wild life out into the jungle constantly. And the
You're
witch...
welcome.
What?
You're welcome.
Oh, well, that has created an upset in the balance in our part, in the witch part of the jungle.
Which part?
The witch part.
This part.
Right, which part?
Oh, you're asking which witch part?
No, I'm asking
The
which
the
part.
ditch bitch witch part.
Oh,
But I'm sorry, but which part of the witch business was so different that we have to worry about what this witch has now done?
would this conversation be quicker if we wrote it down?
Oh,
I don't understand. What changed? What did she do? Which business?
No, I agree with Trisisterus about this part of the jungle. I want to know what the change was. Do we know what caused it and how we
She's
can
now-
reverse it? Maybe.
she is now growing her power by taking life from the jungle around her, especially animals. She is collecting whole living animals and doing something in the hut with them. Soon, I am afraid that she will have enough of them to create something unstoppable.
Which
Oh, that
power is
does
that?
sound bad.
Hey, Guy and Gus, can you guys like how far does your roots reach? Can you talk to the roots of the plants around this witch?
Dude,
We can talk to anyone.
but will they
Oh.
listen? That is like a bigger metaphysical question.
Well, but I think that you're the ones that should be listening. But can you maybe like send out some feelers to the things around where this witch thing is talking about?
Which
the
witch?
snake.
Yeah, which like is there like a feeling or like a?
We just did this bit, and
Right.
honestly, it's kind of worn out now. So
To clarify, I think there's only one witch in the area, so if we use the word witch, we're probably referring to her.
So is Twitch like sick of the witch or something?
yes. But anyway, do you think that you could reach out to
Reach the witch?
No. Just talk to like the plant life and the things around to see if they're doing okay, if they need our help or what.
Well, like I mean, we need like something from that area probably just to like know which part of the forest is the which part of the forest, you know.
Hang on, talk to the snake. 'Cause
Dude.
face don't want to
Snake
listen.
talk mushroom?
Can other did we? I think we talked about it. Can other people or beings talk to Gus and Guy? I think they can't.
I know that Grebel can't.
Not humans, but maybe flora and fauna.
I don't know. I think that if his sister lives in this jungle, and I don't think it makes sense that he knows how to speak with the fungi.
Okay, so
Oh, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
We'll
We'll cut that bit out.
All right. So his sister is it possible that you can tell me be specific about which area the witch lives? Because if it's in the jungle or if it's in no. Is it if it's in
What
the
happened
jungle
to the
or
crayon?
if it's in the woods or if it's a wood witch or a sand witch or
Okay.
a desert witch?
So let's just I'll just give you a description of what they know. His sisters can tell you a few details that you can let Gus and Guy know about what the place looks like, and what you get is a sense of a place very similar to what Triss saw when she scoped out different areas of the jungle. one place that you didn't go to was very dark and seemed to have a dark mass, like not sure if it's like a hill or something taller than the trees in it. But it was all shrouded in shadow. You chose not to go in that direction. You went to through the Shimsham territory. So it's there. So you know roughly where it is. And also you know that it's a very wet place with marshy ground with lots of puddles and water and mud on the surface and quicksand. You know that it's covered in shadows and a little bit generally darker and more dangerous than other parts of the jungle.
Dude, it's like a bog witch is like where the bog witch lives.
Yes, it's kind of like a bog or maybe a swamp, but that's the one. So can you reach out to the things there?
Yeah, so you can, and you do, and what you discover is that it's the bog is a place of death in general. It's a place of death, that's always been the case.
It's just super dank, is what you're saying. It's
It's super dank. It's true. It's where things go to die and then stay there under
Getting dead, so it's the exact opposite.
Stay underground, and then just feed the undergrowth of this the jungle, and many animals view it as a graveyard of sorts. What is happening around this, the area where the hut is that animals disappear and then they're seen again, but they're different. They're modified somehow. It's like something is going on in that hut, and when the animals can be seen, none of them really go down to walk on the ground. So Gus and Guy's friends never saw them up close, but they seem different. The witch is definitely doing something to the animals.
Is this that's horrible.
So I relay that to them.
Oh, sorry. Did that a little.
Yes, it is very dangerous. And even though I don't have a family of my own, I do have friends and prey that I want for myself. So, I would like to have your help.
We should help you. We should help you because whichever witch is this witch making a witch, we need to make sure that nothing is hurt. Little things aren't hurt. You should be able to be you without being changed, right, Atlas? Right, Dirt?
I mean,
Right.
but it's okay to be changed if you want to be changed, because sometimes that's called growth.
But they don't want to be changed, or do they want to change? Because then we shouldn't change it. That's really confusing.
Growth can be hard, so you got to make sure that you're distinguishing between changing because you are growing and changing because you are just trying to make somebody else happy, but not your own happiness gets lost underneath. Okay, let's go.
All right, so I interpret that as a yes. You will help me?
Yes.
Good. I am very happy to hear that. I will guide you through the jungle if you want. I am not sure that I can guide you through paths wide enough for your vehicle.
What do you mean a vehicle? What?
Do you mean a wagon, cart, whatever it is?
Yes.
Well, we can't leave Marigold here.
No, but we can leave the cart. It's just a piece of wood with
Right.
round things.
Do you?
Sure.
You can also,
I-
again, you can also always cast your spell. It's available to you, and you are at full hit points, I think.
I mean, Well, Wilk would have to walk. We all forgot Wilk was here for the record. Wilk would have to walk. Will Wilk walk? Because I think Marigold could just come with us, but we
will
wouldn't
walk.
need the cart then. Oh, except for my mirror, my iPod thingy. Shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That
can take
will.
it though. I can put it in me. That's fine. Doesn't
Yeah,
make a difference.
you can put things inside you that are any size, like any. Yeah.
Yeah, Schlusa's enormous.
Oh, that's true. It's a full-size sword.
Yep.
Cool. Why not? So, yeah, you can take the iPad with you, along with the wheels and the pole, like the
And and it's also going to be like, and all of the little bits. I mean, the thing is, Triss thinks that they can take everything, but Triss looks at the wagon and is relatively confident that they can't take everything. So they're just going to take the iPad and all of the bits of screws. Although I think we lost a lot of screws. There's not that many left.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So you will lead Marigold through the jungle, which is going to be tough going for her. Who's the one who's doing the leading?
I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's.
And Triss is definitely on Atlas's shoulder, once again being an Atlas cape.
Cool.
I'm also here, by the way. I hope you can hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Good. I'm just having some kind of image issue.
Oh.
Don't know what's going on there.
Yeah,
But you
we
can
can't
you see my arm as I'm
Yeah,
reappearing
like
in
a
shot.
shoulder or something.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, no, actually, you're frozen on Zoom completely.
That's all good. As long as I can talk, I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. I can actually do this as well. Let's see, what can I do? Oh no, I don't have.
Put up Matt's drawing instead.
I can do.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
All right, I can do that. I can do this.
What you doing?
Amazing.
Oh, cool.
Fern once again comes to the rescue.
Exactly. Okay. If anything changes, tell us, and I'll remove that picture.
Speaking
That's
of
really
Furburn, he put an imager link in the chat of the sketch of for Atlas.
Yeah, we can see the future a little bit, but it's
Awesome.
not yet for now.
It's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. That's true. Okay, so walking through the jungle is not easy when you're actually wading through the undergrowth, which is not something you've been doing up till now, really, almost at all. You've been walking pretty comfortably on flat ground. Ooh, the mat is gone completely. Let's do this.
He'll come back.
And then change.
Right. Sorry about that.
On Atlas, apologies. I hope
Um.
your lines, but I'm going to be wielding. Oh,
Boom.
I'll be dirt.
I just went out for a spot of tea. All
I'm in the. Oh, I'm back. Oh no.
Is this good? Is this okay? Yeah, that works. Okay. Cool. So that's gonna work until Matt rejoins
I
us,
still
and
don't.
at that point everything will get messed up again, and I'll just go back to the previous layout. So you all need to roll Constitution checks. That's my point.
Even
Great.
me?
Yeah, even you. You need to slither through lots of vines and roots.
I'm not slithering. I'm on Atlas.
Oh, so yeah, you don't need to roll Constitution. You're fine.
I climb on Atlas's back.
Okay, so Dirt, you
Who's
fail.
rolling for
Atlas.
Marigold?
You make it. I think Atlas, roll Wisdom to see how well you lead Marigold through the jungle.
Not
Can I
quite-
assist
Oh,
when
that's
I'm
my
helping?
lowest stat.
Oh, how do you help?
I help because I can see above, right? So I'm looking for potholes, and I'm apparently not that good anyway because it was a double failure. So I'm really glad that happened.
Wait.
Does that mean something bad happens to Marigold?
I'm not okay with this. Or Marigold.
I'll kill everyone else to save her.
So, yeah, Marigold is exhausted, just like Dirt is. Oh, Matt is back. Is Matt back?
Matt is back.
Can I?
Shit.
I'm in the void.
Matt.
You were actually in Gribble for a second.
I know. I am dirt. Oh, I'm back.
Better. Okay. So Yeah, Marigold is exhausted. For you, mechanically, Dirt, it's gonna be...
Wait,
Huh?
can I carry Marigold?
Nope, you cannot. She's a horse.
Why not?
She's
I'm strong.
You are, but not enough to carry a riding horse over long distances through the jungle.
She's a pony. She's not a
Dirt,
horse.
help me.
She's not a pony. What? She's a horse.
She's a pony.
Can we carry her
She's a
together?
horse.
She's a full-size horse.
She's full size. Wow, I've been imagining
this is-
Marigold very differently.
Really? I mean, she's not the hugest, sturdiest horse around. She's a riding horse that's been given to you
She's
for
like the
free.
black stallion, but golden. Oh, I like that.
Yes, Aklis, go ahead.
Golden?
I was wondering,
Marigold.
since this is a jungle, there are probably vines around. Can we create a harness and then Dirt and I can carry Marigold?
Come on, you can't carry a horse through the jungle. She's a horse.
I said Dirt and I will carry her together.
No, Dirt.
Because we're very strong.
Dirt, you lose 3 hit points because of exhaustion.
I take him.
Yeah. Do it. Go ahead.
It's okay. I'm feeling fine. It's no big deal.
Can Triss put Marigold inside of them?
Stop it.
I
Stop it
don't
right
understand what that means, Aklis.
now.
But Triss like strokes Marigold's head and is like, "It's okay. It's not that scary. It's a little scary, but it's not that scary. And I'm here." And does that encourage Marigold to feel better?
It does, but it doesn't get her back. You know, her.
Well, we can pause. We can pause and wait and let Marigold recover. That's all right.
It doesn't matter. When you start walking again, she'll get tired again. Which is the GM's way of saying, stop trying. It's okay, it happened. I know it breaks your heart, but sometimes bad things happen to non-player characters that you like, actually, as opposed to others that you don't like. Wilk, by the way, is having a lot of trouble, but nobody cares, so let's just move on. The scenery changes gradually, and the trees get more dense. As you maybe remember, the part of the jungle you were in, there were lots of bushes and undergrowth, but the trees are actually huge and far apart. The trees are getting smaller and smaller, different breed of trees that are lower to the ground, and they cast a lot of shadow right on the ground. Barely any light goes through, and the ground starts getting wet. You get it's more and more difficult to walk because your feet, your boots, your rocky feet, whatever it is you're walking on, sinks into the ground deeper and deeper with every step you take. At some point, you get to a large puddle, which is so deep you're thinking it might be dangerous to go through it if you're wearing armor and leading a horse or made of rock or something. So you have to like bypass it, and you start having to make your way around treacherous terrain. His sisteress is a lot of help. You don't need to be very skillful or to know the terrain because he does, and he points out the really dangerous places. But there's at least 2 or 3 points where maybe you would have missed a patch of quicksand or something that might have been bad news, some trouble for you if you didn't know that. Also, a lot of noise of wildlife here. A lot of insects buzzing and birds chirping, and you see a lot of them around you. There's a lot of life going on, even if you're in a place, as you can feel, Aklis, which is a place of death, in a way. Triss, go ahead. Oh, that is going on.
I just wanted to ask if, and I recognize I put my hand up a while ago. Excuse me, we put up our hand a while ago because now I'm back to me.
Oh, yes, sorry. It's just...
Stop it! Stop pointing out the technical difficulties.
I wanted to ask when you said, okay, we couldn't do anything. I wanted to ask Wilk to stay with Marigold there in shelter where they could both recover because you said they were both failing. So it would be good. We have not been interacting with Wilk yet. So it feels like a reasonable request to have made to ask Wilk to stay with Marigold and protected by the cart or whatever it is, and then continue on foot without them.
I mean, the three of you decide, because if you've even mentioned is in passing in Wilk's earshot, she would be totally excited and up to doing that, to helping you in any way she
Do you think? Look, do you think that maybe I could just make a path? I make a
think
path.
At this point, we're probably just gonna leave. Wilk. Marigold's tired, and you're tired. Could you take care of Marigold until we can come back? But we can help his first, and that way
Yes,
we can.
yes, I will. Of course I will.
Okay.
I just made a path though.
So, you want to use your Earth speaker, or how do you
Pathify.
call the no the faith die, the power die you have that powers up your spells? You needed to choose
Earth.
a name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Earth with a U, right?
Earth.
Earth. So roll your Earth die and power up the spell. If you want to roll your Earth die, you don't have to, of course. But yeah, okay, cool. 7 is awesome.
7.
The spell costs 8, right? So
Correct.
you lose just 1 health and roll Wisdom. Cool, you failed. You want to use the Chaos die?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. Roll a D8.
But no, it should be a D7 because Triss helped Aquas.
Oh, Triss helped Aquas, that's true. So it's just a D7. Chaos Solimeter is down to 7. Okay, so roll a D7, Trent.
A 2.
2. 2 means weak success. You get half of the intended effect. Cool. Half of the intended effect means... Oh, is someone
So
back?
it's a half path.
What is the half path? Is Trent back? Is Matt back?
Trent is never gone.
Trent is always
that
with us.
now. Okay, we're kind of back. Let's see how long that lasts. Hopefully, he's gonna be.
No, Matt is having many issues.
Saying nope.
Oh.
No, he's away. Ah man, let me change it
And
again.
also internet issues.
Okay. Let's just stay like this. Oh wait, no. Why is?
Now that I've made a path, what else can I do exactly?
Okay. I think that we'll just try to stay this way, and hopefully Matt can return. Weak success means that you create a path, and it's just as long as it always is. It's gonna stay for the entire day, but it's very narrow. The growth, the leaves and vines and bushes are still are scraping against the sides of the wagon. You can just walk single file behind it or in front of it, or ride the wagon itself. And if you're riding the wagon and sitting on the benches on the sides, then the branches scrape against you. You have to like duck your heads to avoid the low branches of the trees. And it's just like barely enough. But it does mean you don't have to roll these wisdom and constitution rolls I told you about before. So you, Trent, go ahead and return the 3 hit points you lost before. And Marigold
Told
is
you that
doing-
it was nothing.
And Marigold is doing fine. Which is really what you wanted to hear.
Very happy to hear that Marigold is doing well.
Okay. You're here, and you're here, and you're here, and everything is fine now. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay. Yeah, so you're there. You're in the darkness. You still have to bypass a little bit because the spell is not strong enough to take care of treacherous terrain on the way. You still have to go off the path and through, or like pull the wagon across some quicksand that his sisteress is pointing out to you in advance. And then you get to a place where he says, we should start being very careful. She lives very close by. This is close to her territory.
What do you know about this witch? What can you tell us?
Well, she knows a lot about flora and fauna of this
I
jungle.
probably know more.
Perhaps. I don't know. By the way, did you untie his sisteress? You
Yeah.
you had to because
Yeah.
he shows you the way. So he flies up and then he lands back on your shoulders whenever he comes back. Is that okay with you?
I like to think that I didn't, and he's just like a divining rod.
No, he wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be able to show you the way.
Okay.
Like that. He has to be able to fly up and slither through branches of the trees. So yeah, so from above, he's hanging from one of the low branches, and he tells you she knows a lot about the flora and fauna. Maybe not as much as Dirt, but she knows a lot about this area of the jungle, particularly. She knows a lot about the healing arts as well. She can be very secretive. She just stayed by herself until earlier today when she started doing her disruptive work here in her hut, and well, now she's we know that she knows how to change living things.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
You will. That is.
Yes, I'm very sneaky. Gravel tells me I'm sneaky all the time. I was shouting, that's why I was super loud. Try. This is
Well, that's not exactly true. It's not that you're sneaky so much, but you know, you've got your moments.
No, I mean, you guys said that I can be sneaky. I have to be sneaky. So I have to talk in a quieter voice like this and make less noise, but I can't. And I can see, watch. And Triss like goes off of Atlas and just like stops moving. And I'd like to think can basically like camouflage in with like the dankness of the swamp.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard for you, I think. So
Right.
spend a use. Remember, you got back all the uses of your abilities at night, and now you can spend a use of your corporeality. It's going to be. Like,
I didn't though. That's not how Triss gets their stuff back. Triss doesn't get it.
Oh, right. But you did rest throughout the night with everyone else. Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
didn't.
it's new experiences, new people. So
No,
if his
sorry.
coming helped with that, then that's awesome.
You started. No. You started walking. It's not morning yet. You haven't been through the night yet, so you're still walking there.
But it just won't use one of their abilities. It was just more like to show, like, I can be the dark too.
Okay, cool. Aklis, you wanted to ask something?
I'm just asking whether we have a plan. Are we going to approach the switch and try to talk to her, or are we just attacking?
I could be a spy. I could go find out what's happening. I could be very quiet.
Can you?
Super quiet.
That was very quiet just now, Wilk says.
I've been practicing. It's really difficult sometimes, but sometimes it just comes out and it's totally fine.
Hey, Dirt, you don't suppose that maybe sending Aklis is a better idea? Well, you know, I do think that it's probably a little bit smarter for Aklis to go than for Triss. Right, because I was kind of thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to say it. Maybe you could give the suggestion. Okay, hey, Aklis, maybe you could go instead of Triss.
I mean,
Just an idea?
I would, but I'm not very sneaky. This armor makes a lot of noise.
So, who
Hiss
of
could
us...
go with me. Hiss and I could go.
Maybe we just send the snake.
But that's not fair, because Hiss came to us for protection.
I don't feel safe going there alone. I can take the little bite-sized one with me in order
How
to...
about I just send the Lohi? Maybe Lohi can just go and come back and tell me what it is that they
that's an
say,
option.
that they see.
Or, I mean, Grubble, Grubble might be sneaky, I guess, if you don't think I can be sneaky.
Perhaps,
You
perhaps
can
I
be
could
sneaky
go.
with supervision.
Look, all I'm saying is that in the chat, it was suggested that maybe I could go. So, right, I'll give it a go. And I go.
All right. So Grebel goes. to have a look, to have a snoop around. Okay. So, does your spell work even if just one of you, who's not yourself, walks ahead? Does the path keep getting created? Actually, you know what? I'm going to answer that. It doesn't work that way. Grubble has to go through the swamp. And,
Fly behind, like, just kind of, like, hover with...
Yeah. Okay, cool. His sisteress does point out terrain.
Actually, so
Oh.
I think I might bounce into the trees, actually.
Okay. Yes, you can, Grubble. You can bounce into the trees. Getting up there is very easy because nothing's chasing you or you're not in a hurry. So you can just bounce and then bounce from branch to branch. You will need to roll dexterity to see how sneaky you are. So I guess I'm going to have to be the one to do that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's Grubble. Let's stick it down so that not everyone can see everything.
Oh, I've bumbled it. That's my new catchphrase. I've bumbled it when I've done something wrong.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. Matt can still roll his rolls, but he bumbled it. Please tell us, Grubble's Matt's spirit, which is still with us, would you like to use the chaos die? Because if you fail that's you failing to sneak.
Well, I'm currently typing. I've bumbled it is also something that I've tweaked. But I think I'm gonna fall out of the tree because that's a better idea than what I was going to do before.
Cool. So at some point, being in an area you don't recognize, not knowing in which direction and how far away your friends are, Grubble, having advanced for another good 20 minutes from branch to branch and the trees, it felt like you were going pretty quickly, but maybe it wasn't that quick because you were going in a zigzagging way, finding branches and trees you can jump to, and maybe his sisteress was pointing you in directions which were the safest to go on, which means you haven't progressed as far as you thought. So it really isn't clear where and how far everyone is from you, except for Hiss, which is right there above you. You fall down, and you sink into a low puddle. Most of your body is covered in mud. Your fancy clothes, your shirt and cravat is there, and your backpack is starting to fill up in water, as well as your boots of jumping.
I hate mud.
You look up. The mud is kind of softened your fall, so you don't take any damage. But you look up and you do see something that's a little bit different than the surrounding trees and vegetation. It is the figure of a woman who's standing there, just like right next to you, looking down at you, seeming just like as surprised as you are to see you there. And we will continue this next week in our next episode. So this was us today. Oh, I just realized something. Yeah, okay, never mind. Session is over. So this was... Oh, is someone back?
What?
Or away? Or back? Let's
Hello.
that. And this. To get
I can see it in your eye.
everyone...
I can see it in your smile.
Is all I ever found.
Okay. So next week we'll continue with this, and we'll continue from the point the point that we just got to. We will be here at the same time and place. Oh, and he's gone again. So I'm gonna get back and do reorganize one last. Oh no, there's now 2 mats, and there's no way to organize the Zoom. Okay, well we'll just be all chopped up in the screens and whatever. I don't know. Matt, actually, can you disconnect? It's better if you just disconnect whatever.
It's just better without
whatever you can disconnect right now. Just close the Zoom chat, the Zoom window, because it's just.
And for our audience, thank you for enjoying the many faces of Zoom.
I am Dort.
Yeah.
I'm Atlas actually, and I'm finding it rather delightful, to be honest.
I
It's
spit
the tone of
lava.
this particular visage. It's rather refreshing actually. Just a little, just a bit. Maybe
Matt,
slightly.
close
Yep.
it. Okay.
I think we need to close out with a Talia Grebel voice so that we get all three of us in one.
So
give me a phrase. What would Grubble say?
I've bumbled it.
I've definitely bumbled it.
I've bumbled it. I've bumbled it.
oh,
No, that's.
okay. And we're back
I've-
to relative
I've
normal.
bumbled it.
Okay. Another Grubble talent show next week. I'm not gonna bother with reorganizing this time at all, because just fuck it. That's what I say. You can all kind of see your faces. Most of your faces are visible enough to see how pretty you are and what great players you've been today. Playing through this totally bumbling session. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for watching us in the future on YouTube if you're watching there. Thank you everyone. Thank you Furburn for your cheers during the episode and for the art again. Next week, I hope we can see Atlas. If it works out, it will be amazing, and we'll have all 4 of our characters. Monday nights is Questers of Yalpelor. Saturday night, same time and place, is my solo streams playing Choose Your Own Adventure books where you, the audience, make all the choices for the main character. As Furburn is just saying in chat, you can all go to his Facebook channel and see him live painting his awesome art, which is very soon. I don't know when exactly, but it's going to include Atlas. So we're going to see Atlas live being painted. That would be really, really awesome. That's it. We don't have any more announcements because the next announcement is like Matt. So I guess next week we'll hear about what's going to happen with Matt's game. That's going to start hopefully soon. And that's it. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching us. And until next time, play hard and stay safe. Good night.
And wear a mask.
Unbumble it.
Don't bumble it.
Bumbled again.
Bumbled again.